This is the usual wood glue that you would use to put in wood to wood anywhere in your house, and I have used it to actually build the house where I'm definitely putting raw wood to raw wood. My glue of choice for the doors though is actually something different. It really wouldn't matter, this is fine, there's no problem with this, and I don't know how many of my other houses I've used this in, but since then I've come to like this particular glue, which is made by a company called Deluxe, and it's just called RC Modelers Craft Glue. So it's very much an all-purpose glue, and it really is. I tend to use it for just about everything. Great for putting windows in because it dries clear. And the reason I would choose to use it for this is because I want something that's going to tack up quite quickly, and wood adhesive does take a very long time to dry. It will tack and it'll hold reasonably well, but it will be almost an overnight to dry to make sure that it's in place, it's fixed. This is an awful lot quicker, and it means I can actually hold the doors in place when I'm putting them in. So all I do is I run a thin bead of it down. It really doesn't take very much either, that's the other thing. If any of it squeezes out, heaven forbid, it's not so dreadful because it actually dries clear and you can sort of get away with it. So when I've got a thin bead of glue run down like that, I just push it about a bit. Now the problem with your doors are not all the edges will touch wood. They won't all touch each other. The door tends to float around a little bit inside the cutouts for them. So you just got to cross your fingers in a way and hope that you put the glue somewhere where it's going to make contact. The one place I know it's going to make contact, of course, are these front edges here. So if I can get some glue on there without there being so much that it's going to squeeze out and make a mess, that's my best point of contact for holding in place. So again, you'll see I'm not having to work particularly quickly because I want it to tack up a little bit. So again, a small bead of glue and wiggle it to where I think I want it to go to hang on to the other piece of wood. Again, trying to get it onto this facing edge, but without so much of it that I know it's going to squeeze out and look a mess. And the last side. I promise you that is enough of this. It's also very, very strong glue. I mean, one of the funny things is it claims that you can launch a rocket and it would withstand crashes and bumps of rockets. So it is a craft modelling, a modeller's glue, sorry. And people use it for all kinds of things. So it's got a very tough finish, a very high impact finish. So when I've got that far, come back over to the house. Which one am I going to do? Okay, we'll do this one back here. It really is as straightforward as swivelling it round and putting it in place. Try not to drag it about too much here, there and everywhere so that you're plastering things in glue. Try and get it in pretty much in one go. She says not doing that. I am trying to avoid a camera at the same time. Right, okay. Now when that goes in, you'll find that quite often it wants to kick in all kinds of ways. There's all kinds of tension on it. So you've just got to keep working at that frame. If you see any of it sticking out, it's just a case of keep pushing it down and pushing it down till you're confident that it's actually got a grip. You can't clamp it. I have tried all kinds of clamps on them unsuccessfully. So your best clamp really is your hand. Try and hold it in place until you're sure that it's going where you want it to go and it's gripping. As I said, what you find is if you push one corner, another corner will pop out. But that now is not moving. Wherever I push now, things are staying still. So it's as easy as that and as quick as that if you're using the right material. As I said, the wood glue probably will work just as well. I can't honestly remember now because I think it's a couple of projects back since I'd used wood glue on door jambs. But I don't remember ever having any particular problems with it. It's just that this is quicker, stronger, use less of it, less chance of stuff squeezing out all over the place, and if it did, it would dry clear. That's it then. Okay, one door downstairs in place.